everybody. Quiet, listen to me. We're going to start a show.
Alright, it's time for another Ink and Paint Club podcast. I'm JD.
And I'm Kyle.
If you're new here, the Ink and Paint Club podcast is a weekly animation talkery bullshittery kind of show that Kyle and I do, where we talk about what's going on in the animation industry and, sort of arts and cartoon stuff that we may like and or not like.
On my end, it's mostly not like.
Nice. If you're new here, if you like the show, we really appreciate if you'd share this with your friends or whoever. We're really trying to build a viewership, and it is not going well so far. So we would really appreciate your support. Just share this on Facebook or Twitter or Tumblr or wherever you do your social mediaing. That'd be really cool. I'd appreciate it.
The future of this show is in your hands.
Quite literally, actually.
Ugly hands.
Well, see, it's things when you say things like that. I'm pretty sure is why people don't listen to our show. Anyway, this week it's gonna be a lot. It's basically usually every week we have like a news and then like some kind of topic we came up with prior. But this week is gonna be like 100% news because freaking Comic-Con happened last week. Yeah. And you went there, didn't you, Kyle?
I did. I went on the last day, and it was terrible.
Oh, well, we'll get more into that as later on. But there's a bit of news that isn't Comic-Con specific that we could talk about before that. But Kyle, I don't know about you, but I'm like super bummed out today. Yeah. So this isn't like animation specific news, but over the weekend it was announced that the Nintendo's president Satoru Iwata unfortunately passed away, and it's really depressing.
Yeah. How long has he been Nintendo's president?
Since
like NES era?
No, God, no. I mean, he's been working for Nintendo since like the NES era, but I think he became president back in like 2002-ish. So it's only been a little over 10 years, but it's still not. I don't think it's fully hit me that he's gone yet. I don't know, I just kind of keep expecting that someone's going to say it's a hoax or whatever, but...
No.
Yeah.
He's been not doing well since 2014. I think that's why they didn't do E3 that year.
Yeah, last year they were saying that he wasn't going to be at E3 because of medical issues, and he wasn't at E3 this year because of that, but he was immortalized as a puppet, so that was kind of cool. But it's weird because now when I'm thinking about it, it's like the Nintendo Directs just aren't gonna be the same.
No,
because he's not gonna be in them. So I don't know. It's just really sad and.
From reading what he did quite a bit.
Oh yeah, he was.
Like, one of the things is he's the person that saved a shitload of room on gold and silver.
Yeah, I learned about that just actually today, because I've been watching a lot of gaming people online have been doing tribute videos and discussions about like his legacy and all that stuff, which I thought was really cool because if there's anything I can say that's come good out of this is it's nice to see not just gamers, but like the gaming industry as a whole has really come together on this. Because it was a lot of companies have been like giving their condolences, and even like the heads of PlayStation and Xbox were, giving out their.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty neat.
Yeah, it's cool to see everybody come together for someone who was really influential and stuff. But yeah, he's done a lot, and like you said, he was basically the reason Gold and Silver was the way it was, because he found a way to fit the whole second half of the game onto the cartridge, and he was a really big on getting Earthbound put together, which, if anyone knows me, Earthbound is like my favorite video game ever, so that was cool to learn that he was involved with that. But
looks like he did a lot for Pokemon.
Oh yeah, he's been all over the place, and I don't think Nintendo would be half of what it is without everything he's done over the years.
I think the first time I saw him was those Wii commercials with the smart car and shit.
Was that him?
I want to say it was.
I have no idea. But yeah, it's gonna be weird going on from here. Just knowing he's not gonna be showing up with Reggie and Miyamoto anymore. Yeah. Oh well.
Never mind.
He's been part of the marketing in other ways, so. But my warm feelings towards his family and everyone at Nintendo, and hopefully everyone will be all right. I guess. So, shall we get on some lighter news?
Yeah.
All right. Because we can't go a week without talking about the freaking Simpsons.
Oh yeah, because they always need to be in the news over something.
Alright. So, a couple weeks ago, you may remember, or not remember if you don't listen to our show, which is fine. Henry Shearer, who voices a lot of characters on The Simpsons, was, they were talking about how he was possibly going to be leaving the show, and what was that going to mean for the rest of the show, but never mind, he's back, it's fine.
All that build-up for nothing.
God damn it. It's just
No, it would have been really interesting to see him go off the show, because he plays, a fourth of, every character.
I just wanted him to leave, so maybe we'd finally let The Simpsons die.
Yeah.
I'm tired of it. They can keep the merchandise going, that's fine, I don't care, it's just stop making episodes, you've done everything.
Yeah. And then, not only that, but everything they've announced with whatever episode, whatever celebrity, whatever, it just sounds so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
That could have been a nail in the coffin, but
I don't know.
It's
But
a fucking vampire still.
yeah. But speaking of merchandise, Kyle, Duff Beer is being made an actual thing. Well, it was already a real thing. They sell it the theme parks and stuff, but they're now releasing it to the public.
Well, they've been selling energy drinks labeled as it, but I guess it's kind of cool that it's gonna be a thing. I'm not a beer drinker myself.
Yeah,
I'm not part of that hipster crowd that.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool that, oh, cool, the beer from the show is going to be a thing now, but it's I don't drink beer, so I don't really care.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
But
I don't know shit about beer. I don't care about.
I just don't like the
hops and barley and whatever.
Yeah, I'm with you. I honestly just don't like the way beer tastes. I just think it's gross.
Yeah.
Except I don't know if you guys have it out there, but there's this thing going around, at least on this end of the country. It's called Not Your Father's Root Beer.
No.
And it's beer, but it tastes like root beer. And I had some the other day. It's actually not too bad.
That sounds awesome.
It's it tastes like root beer, but it has a kind of a beer aftertaste. So it's it's manageable. I'd drink it again. I enjoyed it. But yeah, so good to hear that. I guess Duff's only in South America and Europe right now, and they're not really sure if they're gonna release it to America just yet, but we'll see how that goes.
I think I remember reading about that a long time ago, but it seemed like it was a like a non-licensed thing.
Maybe.
It's almost fan art in a sense.
I think now it's like official Fox is putting it together and all this stuff.
Finally bottom out.
Yeah. Why not? We've merchandised everything else. Why not just start making actual things from the show products? We're gonna put Krusty Burgers everywhere now. McDonald's is gonna have some competition.
They holy shit!
What?
I'm looking at the beer you're talking about. It's only available in Los Angeles to me.
Oh, weird. Well, you live near LA, so.
Whoa, this one's kind of close. Holy shit! Let's see here. They sell it at a gourmet pizza place.
Oh.
I might have to try that.
Well, all right.
Anyways, I know at Universal they have like a bunch of Simpsons stuff. Like they have Moe's Tavern there. They have like
Yeah, I thought that's where they.
donuts and all this kind of shit. So
Yeah, I thought at the Moe's place, I thought that's where they were selling Duff beer.
yeah, I wouldn't mind checking that out. It's just it's summer right now.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking kids don't want to go there when it's 120 degrees.
No, but so cool. Moving on. So in the last couple days, actor John C. Reilly kind of made a slip up.
Is it being like regarded as a slip up?
The way I read it is that he kind of accidentally mentioned it. What we're talking about is John C. Reilly kind of mentioned that Wreck-It Ralph 2 is in development now.
And it sounded like it was just super early in development. Like
Yeah, like they were just like, yeah, it's more of like, hey, we want to make this.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm still kind of weird about Disney making sequels, like full theatrical sequels to the theatrical movies, because so far I think the only one that's got a full sequel was The Rescuers.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying Rescuers Down Under is pretty good, but
Actually, I think like Return to Neverland got a theatrical release or something like that, but it wasn't like.
I mean, like they count it on their list of feature films.
No.
But yeah, that's weird. I know Frozen's getting a sequel too, which no duh, of course it is.
We need another Frozen sequel.
Jesus Christ, I really just look. I've probably said this before, but like I don't hate Frozen. I just hate how it's been driven into my skull by now.
You just hate the fans.
Like with so many things.
Yeah, I don't know. I've caught bits and pieces of Frozen, and it doesn't seem like it needs.
Oh, you've never watched the whole thing, have you?
No, I like refuse not to.
All right. I honestly, you're probably not missing much.
I've heard from like talk online. They're like, oh, the villains seem like they pulled it out of their ass, and just all this stuff, and I pretty much agree without seeing it.
I mean, it kind of does seem like it came out of nowhere, but I don't know. You can kind of see it, but yeah. And anyway, in regards to Wreck-It Ralph, I'd like to see a sequel. I'd like to see where else that goes.
They've been fucking talking about it since it came out.
Yeah.
It's not like a big surprise.
But now it's just a little more official, I guess.
Yeah, because they were saying, oh yeah, well, Mario will appear in the sequel and all this stuff, so it's not like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But, well, yeah, something, I remember hearing something like they want to, like, make comment on, like, the home console market and how the arcades isn't a thing anymore, but I don't know. Cool, like, I guess that they're making another one, that's cool. I just hope it's good.
Yeah.
Because I liked Wreck-It Ralph. I've got the art book and everything, so don't fuck it up, Disney. But speaking of things getting a continuation, something you brought...
Speaking of things getting fucked up...
We can't say that for sure, but probably. Yeah, you mentioned this, because I had no idea this was happening, but I guess Hotel Transylvania is getting a TV show.
Yeah.
Now, my question is Adam Sandler going to be on it?
Probably not.
Like-
It's gonna be a fucking impersonation.
Probably.
Unless he really needs the money.
Adam Sandler doesn't need the money. I don't think he's needed the money since, like, early 2000s. He's got all that Billy Madison money.
They're not gonna allow him to go on vacation in his movies, so he's not gonna want to do the Hotel Transylvania show.
Oh, God. I love that. I love that pretty much all Adam Sandler movies are now. It's just like, here, Kevin James and all my friends are going to go on vacation, and that's just what all our movies are now.
You've never heard that, though? I guess
What?
he admitted that, like, every Happy Madison movie that takes place somewhere fucking paradise or some shit, that's like vacation for him.
Yeah, I have no doubt, because they probably go and shoot for like 3 days, and then they're there for a month and just go do whatever they want.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I liked the first Hotel Transylvania. You know, it was a nice surprise. I really liked, that Gendy Tartakovsky, was the head of that. I mean, I like his animation style in it, and I'm excited to see the second one. But I don't imagine Gendy's going to be involved too much or at all with the TV show. So.
Like, not much news has been said on it either. Has
No,
it? Like,
other than the fact that it's supposed to come out in 2017, but they haven't said like
Jesus.
who's going to be in it, what channel it's airing on. But it's just pretty much, hey, this is a thing that's happening. More in the future.
We don't even know if it's going to be like traditionally animated or just.
Oh, it'll
CG.
be CG because no one does 2D anymore because it's expensive. Except for Cartoon Network and stuff. But other than that.
Speaking of shitty cash grabs.
Oh, for God's sake. Please talk about this one because I can't muster the strength.
Well, the reason why I put it on there is kind of because I kind of wanted to talk about it. But
Okay,
anyways,
go for it.
The Minions has become the second highest opening for animated movie of all time. Which isn't really a big surprise, because soccer moms and children love the Minions.
If I could forcibly vomit, I would.
I guess the highest opening was Shrek the Third or something.
That makes me equally sad. Shrek the Third's the worst. Well, no, Shrek 4 is the worst one. Shrek 3 is a close second.
I would say Shrek 3 is the worst one. That's the one with Justin Timberlake and all that shit.
Honestly, after Shrek 2, I don't remember what happened.
No.
It just kind of becomes a blur.
It was just some King Arthur round table
Something like that,
bullshit.
but yeah.
But, no, I found it pretty interesting myself about the whole Minions thing because they basically, like, fucked their whole origin story up for a whole cash grab.
Yep.
Because you can see that he has blueprints for the Minions in the sense of like making them in like the first one, and people are saying this is why he knows their names, this is why it's special, all this kind of stuff, and then they showed that they've been like around since the dawn of time.
Yeah, because that's what I assume that Gru made them. Like, you know how in those old Marvin the Martian cartoons he has like the little dropper and the little bird people come up? I assume that's how he made made the Minions.
Like, it bothers me because I can't find a source on it, and I don't know if I'm just crazy or what. But
No, I'm with you. I remember. I distinctly remember like something about him making them or something like that. Or unless I'm also crazy.
Well, like, I remember it was either a short cartoon on the DVD or it was a commentary or something, and they said that they were like failed clones of him or something like that.
Maybe.
And I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. And then I heard people saying that he like reverse engineered kernels of corn, and like that makes sense too. But
honestly, it'd be anything better than what they came up with. But it's weird. It's weird because when Despicable Me came out, I thought they were, it was a cute thing. It's like, oh, these cute little characters, it's the kids to latch on to, they're harmless. But and Tumblr, as much as I know you hate Tumblr, Tumblr put it so eloquently. It's like, the Minions were fine, and then marketing happened.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, that's pretty much. They saw that the Minion toys were selling really well, and they're like, let's just make an entire movie, and I'm assuming series, on these characters. And
Man, I've seen, I don't know if it was like Japan or Korea or somewhere, but I've watched like a YouTube video where a fight breaks out over like McDonald toys of the Minions.
God.
It's like super fucking popular overseas.
Jesus. I'm just... I only take solace in the fact that I know this will die out here in a couple of years. We'll just move on to the next thing.
Probably not, because if you've seen how fucking long Shrek has lasted.
Though Shrek isn't, like, as popular anymore, like, except for weird, dumb meme jokes on Tumblr, I don't really see Shrek in the media anymore. Other than the fact that they're making a fifth one, I guess.
It has a fucking Broadway musical, it has, you know what I mean, like, it got really fucking popular.
Yeah, but okay, I'll revise my statement. I hope it dies out in the next year or two. Because, like, it's... again, Tumblr put it pretty well. Because I've noticed it now. I can't go one day without seeing a Minion.
I went today without seeing one.
Well, good for you. No,
Other than, I mean, like, I physically looked it up today on the computer to...
No, like, I'll go to the store, I'll see it online. It's just, and my brain immediately makes note of it, and like, damn it, I didn't get through the day without seeing a Minion, and it's become a game now. How long can I last?
Dude, I felt the same fucking way with Duck Dynasty at Amazon. I was just so fucking tired of that show.
Okay,
And-
did your Walmart just obsessively stock Duck Dynasty stuff?
Yeah,
Okay, then it's just a Walmart thing, not a Midwest thing.
and it still fucking does. And I find it funny, too, that they're doing the same with, like, Larry the Cable Guy.
He's still relevant?
It, pretty much.
Okay.
I don't know, when you do a fucking car voice in a movie,
Oh, alright.
but, damn, that got pretty off topic. But, no, it's like I understand the fucking hatred between them, but, I don't know. I just don't care myself on them.
It's like, I don't hate the Minions, I just hate how much it's shoved in my face.
I think anything shoved in your face, you would just automatically hate it.
I do. It's like with Frozen.
Yeah.
Bringing that back around.
When I worked at the fucking Amazon FC, it was like every other thing being sold. It was so goddamn annoying. But, I mean, you look at it too, it's like, it's not really marketed towards you, it's fucking little kids and shit, so...
Yeah, I guess that's true. It's not for us, it's for the kids who
Yeah.
honestly have really poor taste in merchandise.
And you all know the kids outnumber us,
They're gonna...
like 500 million to 1.
They'll consume us.
Yes.
Oh, God. Ugh. Well, Kyle, unless you have any other closing comments, that's about all we have for regular old news.
Oh, well, I have to go grocery shopping later, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna see a few Minions.
God save you.
So pray for my immortal soul.
I'll get the prayer candles out. I'll pray to Saint whoever. Alright.
Just Satan.
Sure.
He knows me. We're cool. He knows me, man.
Okay, I'll give him a ring. Alright, so we're gonna take a quick break so I know I didn't mess up the recording this time, like I have before. So, and when we come back, Kyle and I are gonna talk about Comic-Con news and his experience at Comic-Con, all that good stuff.
Times.
some Comic-Con stuff. I'm pumped.
I'm less pumped.
Well, Kyle, you went to Comic-Con and, from what I've been told, did not have a great time.
I am still fucking sore from it,
Alright.
to be honest.
Okay.
I swear I walked like 10 miles.
Oh, jeez.
I came home, I lost like 3 pounds from like fucking sweating and walking. It was a mess.
No. But, well, I'm sorry to hear that. We'll at the end of the episode, we'll have you talk more about your personal experience at Comic-Con. It'll be fun. But in the meantime, some stuff came out news-wise that is relevant to our show, I guess.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna go down the list of relevant news topics here that I found interesting, or Kyle found interesting, or we both. I don't know. We're gonna talk about Comic-Con news.
Okay, let's jump on in.
Yeah. So I put this one at the top because I'm really fucking excited about it. So Brad Bird's been talking about it for a while, but we're finally getting the Iron Giant re-released to theaters.
So we can finally get a Blu-ray release as well.
Yeah, that's cool. But man, I'm pumped for this.
September, that's pretty far.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited too. I like that movie a lot.
It's such a good movie.
It's one of the last great animated movies to come out in a while.
It's what sunk Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
It's like so bittersweet. It's like, this movie is amazing, but it's the reason Warner Brothers doesn't make animated movies anymore.
Is that right? Did it do that bad?
I'm pretty sure Iron Giant was their last one.
Oh.
I think. I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, which I probably am. But, yeah, this is going to be really cool. Fathom Events, who does a lot of these kind of things, I occasionally go see them do riff when they air riff tracks. That's always a good time. But September 30th and October 4th, they're going to be streaming the movie. And it's the signature edition. It's going to have some extra scenes. So it's like, basically they're just airing the director's cut of the movie.
Like, I tried to look it up, and they're not even saying if it's just, like, animatic scenes or, like, if it's actually worked out. But I don't have a DVD to see.
I'd like to think they're not going to put just random animatic scenes in the middle of a movie. I'd be fine with that, but I'd like to think they're not going to.
Who knows? I don't know, man.
We'll try to keep the mystery up, because I want to go in surprised. Of course, it's been so long since I've actually sat down and watched Iron Giant, I'm probably just going to assume that it all just happened. It's like, yeah, it seems about right. But, yeah.
It was like a big deal at Comic-Con, though, because you showed that they had that giant statue. I didn't see it, like, at all.
Yeah.
I don't know where the hell it went.
I don't remember, maybe it was on Tumblr or it was on Facebook, I don't know, but they posted this picture of Brad Bird just standing on this life-size statue of the Iron Giant. It was, like, amazing.
And then there's the Mondo figure that was it released or just pre-order?
I have no idea, but it's $300, and I wish I had that kind of money.
So if we have any rich fans out there
who want to buy us obscenely expensive toys, by all means do so.
If you want to spend $600 on two cool guys,
which you totally do, we're worth it.
I'm pretty worth it.
I
don't know about JD, but
let's just say I'm worth it, and you can
Okay.
believe that if you choose to.
Well, I don't want to be a liar, so.
All right, but
So yeah, September 30th to October 4th. That's not that big of a window.
well, no, it's September 30th and October 4th. It's one day only.
Oh wow.
So I already told Fathom, like, hey, when orders drop
for it.
Yeah, let me know, because I want to be there. I want to see that.
You want in on that?
Yeah. You and I were talking, and like we remember back in the day where Cartoon Network would just air Iron Giant for a whole day.
It's one of those things where it's like I've told so many people about, and I just feel like I'm fucking crazy because nobody remembers it.
Really? That was... Oh, I think... I remember it being in the summer, but...
I remember it being Christmas Eve because that was like the cool shit before, getting presents and stuff.
Well, either way, it was just... it was really interesting because I would never...
24 hours.
Yeah, it was 24 hours just playing it on a loop. But I would never catch it at the beginning. I'd always catch it in random parts throughout the day. So it was just funny trying to piece the entire movie together that way. But speaking of Cartoon Network, unless you had anything else in the Iron Giant.
No, I'm good.
Speaking of Cartoon Network then, they had a few, not announcements, just kind of reveals, I guess, whatever. Kyle, no, you don't give two shits about Steven Universe.
No, I really don't.
But I do. But I do.
That's my minions, because people won't shut the fuck up about it.
Well, you're not going to get any solace from me. But during the Steven Universe panel, they revealed a couple different things. Earlier that week, they had mentioned that all of this week, the current week where this episode's recorded, that they're doing a whole week of episodes like they've been doing periodically over the last couple of months. And two of the big things, the two clips that got leaked was one showing the Garnet and Pearl fusion finally, because we've been waiting on that for a while. And
from what I understand, this whole bomb, I don't know if it's happening this week or what.
No,
I
yeah,
guess it's Pearl's whole thing. It's all about her, I guess.
Yeah, it is this week. I don't know, because it's Tuesday now that when we're recording this, so it's going on right now. Yesterday was kind of about it, because the first episode in the week of episodes was about Garnet and Pearl's fusion. Sardonyx. Sardonyx is so weird. She's a magician basically. So she's got the tuxedo on. It's really weird. But yeah, these episodes are so far have been bleeding right into the next one. But Pearl was barely in tonight's episode. It focused more on Garnet's her fusion component people, Ruby and Sapphire. So
they're still doing that. That wasn't a one-time thing.
Oh no, no, they're characters. I mean, granted, it's the second time we've seen them, but I mean, I'm sure you don't really care. But if you don't watch Steven Universe, spoilers, I guess. But basically, what happened in the first episode is that they're chasing down this bad gem, and she's trying to get the bad gem lady Peridot's trying to get in contact with their home world or whatever. So they go and wreck up her communication tower that she was using, but then they kind of realize that it kept getting rebuilt or whatever. So Pearl and Garnet fuse so they could take down the tower or whatever. But then they find out that Pearl's the one that keeps rebuilding it because she likes fusing so much.
Nice.
It's
what a twist.
No, it's weird because Garnet gets really mad because she's Pearl's really manipulative and stuff. So, but that bled over in tonight's episode where Garnet's so at war, or she's kind of conflicted with herself because one half of her doesn't want to forgive Pearl and the other one does. So they end up splitting back into Ruby and Sapphire because they can't make up their mind. So that happened, but I'm liking what's happening so far. I like when they go into the characters' relationships and their personalities and stuff. But
yes,
yes, I'm talking to a wall right now.
Pretty much.
But all right, I'll move on. But the other clip that leaked was every video I've seen labels it as an extended theme song, but it's basically shows Steven when he's little, right when they're still building his little beach house on the temple, and he sings the theme song, the full version of it. I thought
Is that like a season 3 thing? Because from my understanding, it's got like a Pokemon thing now.
well, it's just I did see a GIF set of like showing the similarities between the Pokemon intro and the new intro they've been using for the last couple episodes. But I thought it was kind of funny because the extended theme song clip that they showed runs right into the theme song that they've been, the new intro that they've been using. So I was like, I thought that was a cool way that they probably saved money on the animation by like, okay, instead of making a whole new theme song, we'll just make it part of the episode and then just cut that part out and stick it on the front of the episode every week.
That's pretty good.
So I was like, if you're going to make a new intro, I guess that's the way to do it. And that way Cartoon Network's not going to be mad at you for wasting money. But, so that's Steven Universe news, and Kyle will move on since I know you don't care.
Riveting.
Riveting, I know.
Just riveting.
So, another thing, we have a couple things from Cartoon Network. They showed more footage from We Bare Bears.
That's like what all their booth was this year.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, it was super disappointing. Not to be an asshole, it was just really disappointing. They've done crazy shit like Ice King's Palace and stuff like that, and then it's like, oh, a tree stump. That's kind of cool, I guess.
I don't know. They've been random clips have been popping up, and I actually had a chance to actually watch cable TV the other day, and they have commercials on TV for it now. But I don't know. I'm still having a hard time caring that this is going to be a show.
You know what? I'd rather have it than that fucking... What was it? The Space Wigger show? Like...
Oh, from the pilots, a couple...
I can't remember what that was.
I know what you're talking...
I'd rather have it.
I know what you're talking about, but, yeah, the only reason I even kind of cared about the Bears show was that I know you don't really care for him, but I like Dimitri Martin as a comedian.
Oh no, I do not like that guy. I'm sorry.
It's fine, but he's one of the characters on the show, but his character only like interjects basically his lines are like Ice Bear approves of this, and he just has these small interjections every now and then. Like, I was kind of hoping he'd have more lines or whatever, but if he's just gonna be the quiet character, then I'm like, all right, whatever.
They pay him by lines, so he's probably gonna stay quiet.
I guess. I mean, he's not that big of a comedian. I don't imagine he's that expensive to get.
Eh. Still celebrity status, I don't know.
I guess. But, and the last thing from Cartoon Network, at least that I found relevant, is they finally showed us Regular Show the movie.
Is this gonna be like a TV movie, or
yeah.
is it gonna be an animated
No, it's
featurette?
It's a TV movie.
Okay.
But it's weird because from the trailer, you'd have no idea what this movie is about, because they keep it intentionally vague.
That's kind of cool.
It's like, you keep seeing future versions of the characters, and there's this big space war or something going on, but I was just more confused by it the more I watched it. It's just like, I have no idea what's going on. But when I read the description for it, it's like they create a time NATO that messes up their friendship, and something about an evil volleyball coach or something. I don't know. My brain hurt the more I kept thinking about it.
Sounds like the perfect movie, honestly.
I don't know. It's like, there's some episodes of Regular Show, like more when they're focusing on the relationships between the characters, that I feel like could be longer, but a lot of the time, like, I'm perfectly okay with it being a 15-minute thing. It's like, yeah, just get in, get out. I mean, it sounds like I'm bashing Regular Show. I really like Regular Show, but sometimes...
I've stopped watching it. Like, I don't know, man.
I watch it as a habit, mostly.
Oh.
It's like Adventure Time. It's like, I really don't care what's going on with Adventure Time anymore because it's just gotten really weird. But it's a thing that I do now. I just watch Adventure Time.
I don't know. It kind of bothers me when shows like that last for a while, where they kind of pretend that, oh yeah, this was the plan all along. It's like, not really. A lot of those shows, it just comes up with like a bunch of weird shit that like someone working on the show did. I don't know if that's like a legitimate thing to be kind of mad about, but like you see something like Gravity Falls where it seems like they fucking had everything planned from the beginning.
Yeah, Alex Hirsch just said he's got a whole 3 seasons arc planned out. Like, he knows how all of this fits together.
Like that I can respect, because that's pretty fucking cool, but
yeah, but
I don't know.
With Adventure Time, they're probably making stuff up as they go along, to be honest.
That's what it seems like. Like, the whole Gunter thing, I don't think that was fucking planned at all.
I kind of disagree, only in the sense that there was an episode, like, really early on where, like, they first met Marceline's dad, and he was like, "You're the most evil thing I've ever seen in my life."
Well, see, I feel like that's one of those, like, one-off jokes that people take too fucking seriously.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. But with regular show, I don't think they have any kind of plan. It's literally just jokes they make up. But what bothers me with regular show now is when it's first started, like, it follows a formula where, like, mundane everyday activity, weirdness happens, deal with weirdness, everything's fine at the end. But now
it's so formulaic, like Phineas and Ferb, in a sense. Like, you can tell what's going to happen, basically.
I mean, they've kind of gotten away with it a little bit, because they focus more on, like, character relationships and all that stuff now, which is fine. But when they do episodes where weird stuff happens, it just seems so forced now. It's like, okay, we have to have something weird happen. It's like, why? Just let it... I don't know. They did a whole half-hour episode, which is like a big Evangelion Gundam anime joke that was also a commentary on the toy industry or whatever, and it just...
Well, that was the last one I saw.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, their toys really sucked. I don't know if they were just super butt-mad about their toys or some shit.
I don't know, but it's like, it was a whole half hour of just weird stuff happening, and it's like, it didn't seem genuine to me at all. I don't know, but...
The last one I saw from that, though, was probably the whole Thomas thing, where, oh, he's a spy, and I don't know. I thought that was kind of pulled out of their ass.
I believe that they planned that Thomas was going to be, you know, not what he seemed or whatever, but, like, what they did with him was really stupid.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm sure there could have been a better idea put there, but...
So, when's gonna be the Uncle Grandpa crossover?
Oh, God. I need to go back and watch that Steven Universe episode, because he pulled, like, Uncle Grandpa pulled out this list of other Cartoon Network characters, and I thought...
He showed, like, Clarence was next or something.
Yeah, Clarence was... See, that's the thing. There's all these cartoons on Cartoon Network that I feel would be better for crossover. Like, I can see Steven Universe and Adventure Time crossing over because they have similar things. And I can see Clarence and Uncle Grandpa crossing over because they're kind of similar in tone. But Uncle Grandpa and Steven Universe was just really... Like, I liked it. I thought it was funny. It did subvert my expectations, but it was still really weird and kind of out of place.
I thought it was funny, too. I was just like, oh, it was so delicious reading the hatred from it. Just all the fans, it's so angry. That shit was so good. They were calling him like, oh, it's transphobic because he was wearing a dress. Because, like, we'd never seen Bugs Bunny wear a dress before for a fucking laugh. And just, I don't know, people got so mad. And I just want to see it happen again. Just to piss fans off. Because I think even the show's creators were like, alright guys, we fucking get it. Like, get over it. It's a thing.
Yeah, but we're getting a little off topic.
Way off topic. Anyways.
Let's get back to the list of things. I only looked up a trailer for this right before we started recording because I didn't know this was a thing. But I guess Disney has a new show coming out?
Yeah, it's Pickle and Peanut. watching the trailer, just like it's a photorealistic peanut and a photorealistic pickle, and they have fucking faces drawn on them, basically.
Yeah, and like the whole animation is like it's really composited. Like there's a lot of it's like cutouts, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's really odd. Like I don't know.
Watching the trailer, I'm like, it seems like Disney's trying to do their own regular show. Like, just the jokes were just really dumb and like, I don't know. It seems like that's their way of doing regular show. Kind of like how Nickelodeon's got, I want to say Breadwinners would be their regular show.
Probably. Yeah, it made me really sad. Because Disney's been putting out like announcements for all these shows. I think there was another one called like Space Worm or something.
I actually kind of enjoyed that because it was just stupid for the sake of stupid.
I know.
Not stupid for
but
trying to be cool.
I thought with like Gravity Falls, and then I've been really my girlfriend and I have been really liking that Star versus the Forces of Evil show. And
I haven't given that a watch yet.
That's kind of like Disney Steven Universe.
No, so I'm not gonna like it then.
I don't know. You might. It's. But a lot of the humor in these shows, they can be dumb, but they're also smart at the same time. But now Disney's putting out all these other shows that's like almost seems like it's going in Nickelodeon's direction, where they're just making dumb for the sake of dumb shows.
Yeah, like the whole thing at like Comic-Con and I don't know. It's whatever. They've been really pushing for Breadwinners and Sanjay and Craig, and it's like I couldn't give less of a shit about the two shows. One's got like a super grotesque style. It's the same guy as Bob's Burgers, which is just odd. Isn't it?
I have no idea. It's not Lauren Bush, whatever his name's. Like, he didn't create the show, but maybe like the same character designer.
I think it's someone that worked on Bob's Burgers. There's a connection there somehow.
I don't know, but yeah. Other than like Ninja Turtles, I don't really know anything that's going on Nickelodeon. I haven't watched it in years, and I just don't care.
I read this pretty interesting article though that they're talking about Viacom has like lost their fucking way, and a lot of their most popular shows are shit that's been on for like 10 years. People that aren't even in power anymore are the ones that greenlit it, and they're saying that they don't know how to run a company anymore.
Yeah,
I found that pretty interesting.
Like SpongeBob and Fairly Odd Parents are still their like top-rated shows, and those have been going on for God. I remember when those started, and I was a kid. There were kids. Yeah. There are kids that were born when SpongeBob started that are now watching SpongeBob.
Yeah.
That's a scary thought to me.
From what I read too, I guess Viacom is Comedy Central too, so they were talking about South Park just got renewed for like 23rd season, I think.
Something like that.
Which, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that because South Park can stay consistently good. Like, I don't like that South Park is basically every episode is a pop culture reference, but it's still quality every episode for them. Yeah. For them on the whole. But anyway, speaking of Nickelodeon, they did announce a new show that they're going to be putting out called The Loud House, and I only bring this up because I follow this artist, Gene Goldstein. I really like his work. He's been working at Nickelodeon for a while, and he's been making sure everybody knows that he's working on this show and that it's coming out. So I'm doing it more in support of him. But I don't know. It looks cute. It's this show about this, house of like I think it's like 11 kids, and they're all girls except for the one boy what the show focuses on, and just dealing with a big family. I don't know. It's quaint, from what I've seen.
I saw the trailer for it, and then I read what people were saying about it. They're just like, they don't like that all the sisters are just like, is the word archetypes, just kind of
Yeah, they're like,
here's the goth one, here's the rocker one, where it seems like that's just their personality.
Yeah, I'm sure once the series goes on, they'll develop each one of them, but so far, at least from what little's been shown, they are a little one note.
Yeah.
But maybe they'll like give an episode to each sister and they'll explore more about them. But I don't know. I thought it was cute. What I thought was interesting was I think back in 2013, like I guess like every year, Nickelodeon has like a shorts program where they produce little pilot shorts, and I guess this one got picked from 2013.
Oh man, have you seen them?
What, the shorts?
Oh yeah.
No.
Some are like, they're just absolutely terrible.
Oh.
They're like the worst shit I have ever seen, and I've been reading that a lot of them have been getting picked up. There was one with was like 2 rats in a porta potty, and that was like their clubhouse.
Oh.
And it looked just so ridiculously stupid, and I think I heard that it got picked up. And then there's another one where it's called the Cupcakery of Doom, and it just looks, I don't know, the art style looks atrocious as well.
Yeah.
They don't look I don't want to talk shit on stuff, but when you look at like old Nicktoons, they kind of had a style. They're cool and everything, but then you see stuff like this, and it looks like a kid drew them. Like they're terrible. Like I don't know.
I don't know. all I know is I'm more inclined to believe you because if I was reading it right, Breadwinners was also part of this shorts program.
Yes,
that got picked up.
I think I showed you that.
Probably.
And I'm like, can you believe this shit?
I don't know. But
Do you remember that?
Vaguely. It was probably a while ago.
So bad.
But something good Nickelodeon's doing, though I don't know how involved they are with this. Also, this is the thing you probably don't care about, but Legend of Korra is getting some comics finally.
Oh, I already read about that. It's not like a big surprise.
No, yeah, it's been coming, but I think they were just giving more information about like what it's about. Dark Horse is putting them out again, and it's basically just gonna pick up right where the series left off, like the previous Avatar comics did, and I'm cool with that. They kind of left, not on a cliffhanger per se, but they left the ending to the show open-ended enough that there could be more there. And I'd like to see more of the Korra Sami stuff, their adventures and stuff.
Have you read like the actual comics?
The
Dark Horse ones?
I've read the first couple of them. I think I missed the last one. I still need to get on that. I don't know. They were cool. I think the last one I think I missed the one where they like finally found Zuko's mom, and my girlfriend was saying it was kind of dumb the way they did it, but
Oh, this is something that I was trying to find.
What?
The guy Chris Savino, who's doing
the Loud
the
House.
Loud House.
Yeah.
A lot of people were posting this comic. I'm like, what the fuck is this about? And it's like a cat, and he's just like got the hots for his mom or something like that.
Okay.
And he does this whole webcomic about it.
Oh.
It's called Adventures of Eddie Puss. It's just a play on words, but that's like, it's kind of adult in a sense, but then he's getting a cartoon. I find it kind of funny.
I think a lot of people. I mean, look at Joan Vasquez. He was very much not a child's author, and they're like, "Here, make a kids show for us."
Yeah, that's
But
true.
I don't know what it is, but the art style of the Loud House like reminds me of something, and I can't put my finger on it.
It reminds me of Jimmy Two Shoes.
Maybe a little bit. I don't know. The art style just, it looks like, I don't know. Whatever. But yes, Legend of Korra getting comics. I'm excited to read them. I would like to see what happens. But yeah. So let's see what else we got here. This was technically announced. I think like a month or two ago, but they finally showed like a trailer for it. I don't know if you've seen this yet, Kyle. But
no, I haven't.
Anyway, it's this new show called Super Mansion. It's gonna be on that Crackle website or whatever. But it's being produced by Bryan Cranston, that guy from Breaking Bad, and it's being animated by the guys who do Robot Chicken. It's like just this show about this really old superhero, and he's just trying to keep this team of really off-the-handle superheroes from basically becoming irrelevant, and the government getting on their ass. And I don't know. It's Kyle. Did you ever see that that show that the Robot Chicken people did? It was like their Voltron show.
I'd like cut bits and pieces of it.
I don't know. I actually thought kind of like that show because it was like robot chicken humor, but in a more plot-driven. I don't know. There was more plot to it, so I'm kind of hoping that this show will be kind of like that.
Unpopular opinion. I'm
Nothing
fucking
new.
Exhausted of Bryan Cranston.
Really? Don't like Bryan Cranston anymore?
No, it's just, I don't know, the whole Breaking Bad thing
I've never
really exploded him on the map.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where it's like people think he's the greatest actor ever, and I think the role from Godzilla is because he was in Breaking Bad.
Oh, that's totally what it was.
Everything else is just like he's been getting roles just because of that, and it's like I'm kind of tired of seeing him.
Well, he's gonna be in Kung Fu Panda 3, so hope you're ready for that.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Fucking stupid.
he's Jack Black's character's dad or whatever.
Oh, so that's who it is.
Yeah, it's Bryan Cranston.
I don't know, like, this is the thing that bothers me. He wasn't fucking popular at all when he was doing other shit, but then Breaking Bad, he's everybody's favorite guy ever.
I mean,
that's what kind of bothers me.
I mean, that's happened with a lot of people. I mean, you're on these shows that, aren't popular, or maybe you're just not given the right role, or...
Fucking Malcolm in the Middle ran for, like, how many seasons? That shit was on forever, and it just, like, nobody gave a fuck about that dude.
I don't know. I guess people, just the story and the way he acted it really struck with people, I guess, and that's just what... I don't know. People are weird, man. I'm sure you and I have both been in the situation where we're like, oh, we really like this actor or whatever, and no one knows who they are, and then like 5 years down the road, they'll explode, and everyone's like, oh, I love this person. I'm like, now I just sound like a hipster. It's like, you didn't know about this when I knew about this before it was cool, and whatever.
So was this announced, or was it just the trailer for it?
Well, they announced that it was a thing. I think it was like I don't know. It was in the last month or two, but they finally showed like the actual trailer for the show, so you can see what it's like. So it's more stop motion, which I am all for more stop motion stuff because I feel that's Robot Chicken is really the only reason. Robot Chicken and Laika are the only two people in the mainstream that are still doing stop motion, and I can appreciate that.
I don't know. I feel like that concept's kind of just old too. Like I've seen it before so many times.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still enjoy stop motion. I think I know it's long and arduous because God knows I've done it before, and it's
no, like stop motion. That's cool as fuck. Like I can get behind that. I'm just saying, like I feel the concept has been done before, where it's like, oh, this superhero's not relevant anymore. Like I've seen it on Earthworm Jim, where they're just like a superhero retirement home. It doesn't seem like all that interesting to me. Like I could give it a pass if it was a cool, like it seemed like a cool story, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. I'll look at it just because the last time those guys did something outside of Robot Chicken, trying to do something more with a story, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Titan Maximum, so
Yeah.
I'll see how Super Mansion goes.
Now, going on stop motion shit, which I thought was pretty interesting. I just found out about it. Was I guess Aardman is going to play the original Wallace and Gromit shorts in L.A.
Ooh.
And it's coming up pretty soon, but I guess they've remastered them, and I guess they're doing like a Q&A and like a stop motion workshop and all this stuff. And
Dude, you should go to that.
Yeah, it seems really interesting, and I'm gonna try to hit that up. I just hope that they don't make it. I don't want to say it like that, but I kind of don't want it to be like a kids event. Kind of want it to be like a sophisticated adult thing.
Like, this is for artists and professionals and stuff.
Yeah, but it seemed pretty cool. I kind of want to see that. I love Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah, I love that. I don't know if you've seen... I don't know how much you've gone to the movies lately, but every time we've gone to like a kids movie lately, they're showing the trailer for that Shaun the Sheep movie.
Yeah, I'm kind of optimistic about that. It looks pretty cool.
Honestly, Aardman's never let me down, so I have no reason to like. They've shown like Shaun the Sheep on, I think it's on the Disney Channel or whatever, just like in between episodes.
But it's like, isn't it just preschool? Like it's marketed kind of towards the preschool crowd?
I have no idea. I've only caught a short here or there, and it's mostly been online. But I don't know. It's cute. I don't really know anything about Shaun the Sheep, but I probably won't go see the movie. I don't know because it's not high up on my priority list. But yeah, Aardman's never let me down, and so.
I was super excited for the pirate movie, and I was kind of disappointed I didn't see it in theaters, but
I still haven't watched it.
Oh, it's pretty fantastic.
Oh, then I will definitely have to watch that soon. But anyway, we're a little off topic.
I know, but that was like kind of a different thing. Anyways.
Anyway, it was a good tangent. I enjoyed it. So you mentioned this one, which I'm still not entirely sure how I feel about it.
I am down as fuck, but I think that they could have chose a different character. I don't know. We'll get into it.
Talk about it.
Yeah. So, Batman and the Ninja Turtles are going to be doing a like its own series.
Oh lordy.
They've already met with the Ghostbusters.
But like, isn't it like the same company still?
Yeah, it's IDW and DC.
But IDW is doing Ninja Turtles, right?
Yes.
Okay, so them meeting the Ghostbusters, that's a little more plausible because they're the same company. But
yes.
Now IDW is having to team up with DC to do this, and it's just. Just the concept of Batman is just getting more and more ridiculous every year.
Yeah.
Just like, what crazy shit are we gonna put? It's almost getting back to like old Adam West Batman ridiculousness.
I thought it was cool because I heard they're gonna be like it says right here Krang is a part of it. Man, the art looks cool as hell too.
Yeah, because it looks.
I don't know if it's just going to be the cover art or what, but I hope it actually looks like that.
Yeah, isn't it like more? It's kind of close to like the old style comics.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would hope they put it like that. Like, I've tried reading the old Ninja Turtle comics, and I kind of find it hard to read because it's so grungy. But
well, it's like you have to take it for what it is because it's kind of a parody of what comics were becoming. And it's like it's a parody, but then it kind of wants to be taken serious.
Oh, it's not the concept I have a problem with. It's those old comics. Like it's very obvious they were like hand drawn on scrap paper and Xeroxed. Yeah. So yeah. It's in that sense where that's where it's grungy and it's like visually hard to read.
Now this is what I meant with picking someone better. The whole Ninja Turtles origin is completely linked to Daredevil.
Oh.
And I think it would be cool if like Daredevil did a crossover with the Ninja Turtles. But
I mean, they both live in New York. Why not?
yeah, it was the whole chemical truck.
Mm-hmm.
The whole chemical truck that was in Daredevil is the same one that did the the Ninja Turtles. It's just they're linked. But Batman he looks like Daredevil, so
I guess. I'm sure Daredevil was partly inspired by Batman.
yeah. So they're saying that they're probably gonna have like Batman fighting the Foot Clan because he's like kind of ninja-like and all this stuff too. So I think this is really cool. I'm excited about it.
That'd be cool. I definitely watch it or watch it. Oh, I'd read it. It's just such a ridiculous concept to me, but such an amazing concept at the same time.
So this is like kind of another tangent, I guess, too. But,
okay.
It does really bother me that DC has been taking itself really fucking seriously, and you can see it with the movies where they're just trying to be so dark and gritty and shit.
Ugh.
And you just got to realize that you have a guy dressed up as a fucking bat,
right?
And an alien that somehow looks like a human, and it's like these concepts are so weird and out there, but they're trying to take themselves so seriously. So it's really refreshing to see something like this.
I am 100% with you. It's I don't know, man. I don't read comics too much because I'm sure I've told you this a billion times. I find it's difficult for me to read American comics because I don't like having to read 12 different series to get the story of one character. That's annoying. But where was I going with this? Where was I going with this?
I don't know. You started with some weeaboo shit.
I honestly don't remember what I was going to say. What were we talking about?
We were talking about how DC has taken themselves.
Oh, thank you. Okay, thank you. That's what I was going to say. I don't read comics, but I watch the movies. And I don't.
Or what's wrong with America?
It is. I am wrong. What's wrong with America? But I like that. I don't like so much that you're right. The DC movies are taking themselves way too seriously, where the Marvel movies have no problems poking fun at themselves. They're like, yeah, we got this man who has a robot suit and this guy, this magic man from space and can wield thunder. And they like just treat it as, it's kind of serious, but at the same time it's still super goofy. They just it's fucking superheroes. Don't try to ground this in any kind of sense of reality. It's like whatever, but yeah, Batman Ninja Turtles. I'm down. I'll read it. I'll buy it. Issue 1, first variant print. It kind of in a comics, kind of not related thing, and Kyle, I'm sure again this is something you don't give a shit about.
Yeah.
They showed off more footage for this game called Transformers Devastation, and I don't know about you, but this game is looking cool as shit.
Is it just a fighting game, or is it just
my understanding? It's kind of like it is a fighting game, but what I really like about this is that first off, Platinum Games, who like made Bayonetta and Wonderful 101, are the people doing this. But on top of that, it is like this really cool cell shaded art style, and it makes everyone look like the old 80s cartoon. But it looks almost 2D because of the cell shading and stuff, and they've got all the voice actors for their show coming back to do it. And I don't know. It's weird because I don't like the old 80s Transformers show just because I have a hard time watching older style shows like that. It's just their narrative structure is different than what I'm used to, so it's difficult for me. But I like the design of it, so I I don't know. I kind of want this game.
I don't know. Like, I remember when the Beast Wars game came out, I rented it, and it was cool as fuck.
Yeah, Transmetals is sweet.
But, I don't know, like, not too into Star Wars. It's not, or
Star Wars.
I don't know what I'm thinking of. I'm not too into Transformers. Never really have been, but from what I've seen, it looks cool.
Yeah.
I don't think I could appreciate it on the level of a fan would. Where
I'm not.
You know what I'm saying? Where
yeah,
it's like.
Yeah, I mean, I'm by no means like. If anyone knows who Dave Willis is, he did Short Pact, a webcomic a while back, and there is another comic.
I fucking saw him there, but yeah.
Oh, I should have told you to get his autograph. I forgot he was there. But yeah, he lives in Columbus, which is like 2.5 hours from where I live. So he lives in my state. But he's like a super Transformers. Like he edits the Transformers wiki and everything. But I'm nowhere near that level. But I appreciate Transformers because I just like giant robots punching each other. But
except when Michael Bay's involved.
Don't get me started on that. We'll be here.
For 2 hours.
We'll be here all night. But I don't know. I don't own too many toys. But what I also do appreciate about this game is that it's coming out on older consoles. I think like on PS3 and Xbox 360. So I don't have to buy a new console to play this.
That works.
Which I can appreciate because. Pretty much until Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out, I'm really putting off buying a next-gen console that isn't my Wii U. What's wrong with America? So, to wrap up this news segment, we've got some trailers to talk about. Speaking of comic books... we'll try not to harp on these too much. Kyle, out of the 4 that we're talking about, which one did you like the most?
Probably Deadpool.
Yeah. I'm pumped for Deadpool, I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know, like, one of my friends was like, oh my god, this is the funniest trailer I've ever seen. I'm like, I didn't even really crack a smile. It was like...
I wouldn't say it was funny. I mean, it's very much Deadpool, and I'm sure a lot of the jokes are going to be in the movie, but it got the point across.
Yeah. I didn't think the trailer was funny at all, but it looks okay.
It was... I'm not, like, on the floor laughing, but, like, I chuckled a bit.
I had a hearty chuckle.
I did have a hearty chuckle here and there, but I'm just glad that, Fox is taking a leap of faith and like, alright, we're going to make a R-rated Deadpool and we're going to keep him true to his characters. He's going to talk to the audience and all that stuff, so...
You want to just talk about this first, then?
What? Oh, Deadpool?
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty much all I had to say.
Oh, well, I think it's interesting because I don't know, it's not like something really cool, but I met Rob Liefeld.
Nice.
Who's like his creator and all this stuff, and this was like a signing when the new 52 was out, so whatever year that was, it's probably 2011, 12, whatever.
Something like that.
He was telling me how he hates how Deadpool has become. He's just Bugs Bunny now, and he was a mercenary, and he fucking hates this character.
But I love that
and like,
he's basically Bugs Bunny now.
Yeah, that's his.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
But, he was telling me, "Oh yeah, I saw like we're working on a movie, and I saw this whole freeway fight scene, and he like drew it on a piece of paper for me to see."
Uh-huh.
And like he was talking about it, and he was just so invigorated and excited about it. And then I'm like, this guy's full of shit. Like, nothing's been announced. There was no actor, and he was like, yeah, and I was gonna wear the mask so they could do a shot. And I'm like, no, you were never on the set. Like, you are fucking full of shit.
I'm pretty sure they would keep Rob Liefeld far away from that film.
Yeah, and it's like, now they've announced it. I'm sure they're done with filming and everything. It was probably filmed in like 2014, 2013. There was no way this guy saw what he said he saw.
I doubt it.
Now an interesting thing is that my girlfriend brought it up, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. So she's like, is this the same Deadpool from the stupid Wolverine movie? Because it's the same actor, it's the same character, but he doesn't have his mouth showing up, and he doesn't have a fucking sword for an arm.
To be honest, I'm hoping they distance themselves so far away from this.
Well, he's made fun of Green Lantern in the trailer.
Nice.
So they might make fun of it. I don't know, like, I know there was a lot of buzz about Deadpool being in the Wolverine movie, and
that was so disappointing.
Like, I'm sorry that I just seem like an asshole, and I'm like, hate everything, but I really did not like the Wolverine movies.
I've only seen part of the Origins movie, and I didn't see the second one.
I saw the one with Silver Samurai.
Yes, the second one.
My beef with it is all the Fox ones, he never wears a costume. Like, he never wears his trademark costume. It's always Logan, and I mean, you have characters like Spider-Man who wears a full mask, and I feel like it's Jackman's ego that makes him not want to wear this mask, and he just wants to be his own Wolverine.
I don't know. Honestly, I feel like if they did, like, comic faithful Wolverine in real life, it would just look so fucking ridiculous.
No. This is the thing, too, and this goes into Batman vs. Superman and Suicide Squad and all these other ones, but the fucked up thing about this is I've seen screenshots and, like, videos from the fucking porn parodies, and they've done some legit costumes where they look amazing. And I mean, like, it is really screwed up to say, but, like, the Wonder Woman in the porn parody, like, the costume is so much better.
I remember that. That was... Oh. Yeah.
And I mean, like, Wolverine doesn't look bad at all. He's, like, one-on-one comic in the porn parody, and it's like, these people are doing shit, like, I guess they're kind of fans of the source material, but you see people like DC kind of shying away from source material, and it's a little annoying in that sense.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what's going on anymore.
Yeah. Well, anyways, what's next?
But, God. I guess we'll just do Marvel, and then we'll do DC. Did you see the trailer for X-Men Apocalypse?
No, I didn't.
Alright. Well, to be honest, you didn't miss much. This one...
Yeah. I know every movie they announce someone new, so who's, like, the ticket seller on this one?
What do you mean?
Well, like, every X-Men movie, they're like, oh, well, this one has Colossus.
Oh! Well, the big bad guy is his name is Apocalypse.
Well, I know that, but I mean, like, there's no new hero, like...
I have no idea.
No.
I haven't really looked too much into the casting of this, and I didn't see anyone new from the trailer. But, yeah, you got Apocalypse coming in, and he's like this ancient mutant, and he can control other mutants, make them slaves and stuff, so that'll be interesting to watch. But it's weird because they did Days of Future Past last time, and it kind of crossed over like the previous movies with the new First Class cast, but it seems like now this next movie is back to just the First Class cast.
So I just saw right now the new ones are going to be Jubilee, which I thought the costume looked incredible.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
the set
yeah.
costumes.
Yeah, I remember. Okay, yeah, you're right. I do remember that.
And then it says that Psylocke is going to be in there, and I'm not a fan of Olivia Munn, so I'm not gonna.
Okay, who is Olivia Munn? I swear I've heard her name a lot.
She was like a face for G4. just like a
Oh.
pretty face, and then now
Okay.
she's like trying to be taken seriously as like a actress.
Okay.
I just don't really care for her.
I don't know why I thought she was like on the Daily Show or something, but that's right. She was on G4.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I enjoyed First Class. I enjoyed Days of Future Past. So I have no doubt that Apocalypse will be good. I I'll go see it because I go see pretty much every superhero film that comes out because I have a problem.
I'm the opposite.
You don't go see any of them.
No.
But so the next one that on our list here I think is absolutely hilarious because of something someone brought up to me. So Suicide Squad. Someone put side by side I think like the Comic-Con trailer to I think it was the Winter Soldier got leaked, or I don't know, some Marvel trailer got leaked a while back, and all Marvel did in response to it was just like they blamed Hydra for it.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. But they put that Marvel's tweet saying that they put it side by side by DC's long letter about how disappointed they are, and they're like, we're only putting this trailer out because we don't want people to see this poor quality, that we wanted to see it in the high quality version it was meant to be seen, and we didn't want to put this out yet, but you forced our hand. And like, Jesus Christ. Like, you knew this was gonna happen. It always happens.
I saw they were like super butt mad about it.
Oh, they were so pissed about it. It was so funny.
It's gonna happen.
Like, how do you not know that leaks from Comic-Con are gonna happen? Because like everyone in the world wants to know what happened at Comic-Con, and the more you try to keep something a secret, the more it's gonna get out.
Yeah.
Because people are gonna do it almost out of spite.
And it's funny because I think it's so funny. I just went to an Aquabats concert, and they had like a thing to show, and they're like, we're going to slap phones out of people's hands if you record this. It's not supposed to be seen by other people. It's just this. And, like, nobody had their phone out. People
I know.
fucking respected that.
Yeah, I'm really sad because you were telling me, like, what the trailer was, and I'm like, oh, I want to see this. Maybe if I'm ever lucky, and they'll put it online or something. I'm almost thinking, like, because I don't think they're at their 12,000 or whatever number of subscribers they were wanting before they put out a new music video or whatever. But I feel like they'd put it out then. If they ever reached that number, whenever that happens.
They actually said, you'll see it when we're done, because he kept saying, we're not done yet.
Oh, well, they need to find a new place for their show.
Yeah.
Which, my God, like, if the Aquabats put up a Kickstarter to continue the Super Show, I would give them all the money.
Well, I mean, that's the reason why they did the video, because they said that they're trying to get interest to show it, to pitch it, and they also said, if we can't find anybody, we're gonna keep the show going for you guys. So
Aww.
It might just be like a DVD thing. I don't know, but that's like super off topic.
I don't know, man. I will talk about the Aquabats all day if I could. But you're right. So, did you watch the Suicide Squad trailer?
I watched it, and I really did not care for it. I'm sorry. It was one of those, like, dark, gritty things, and taking it way too seriously.
No, I'm kind of with you. I don't know, like, for one thing, I think it's weird that DC's really trying to push the Suicide Squad for some reason. Like, just in the last couple of years, like, the comics, they're really trying to make them a big deal, and
they made an animated movie, just like...
They made an animated movie on them. I watch Arrow, and they've been trying to make them a big deal on there every now and then. And now they're getting their own movie, and it's... like, I think they're a cool concept. I just think it's so weird how DC is trying to make them a big deal. It's like, if they're going to be a big deal, let the fans make them a big deal. Don't force it on us.
Yeah.
But
the fan reaction on 4chan, they're like, what is this, a horror movie? Like, got some really soft singing, and like I just don't care for it. I'm sorry, the designs look like shit. Harley Quinn, like, everybody's been making fun that it's Harley Quinn. She just looks like that.
Well, that's kind of how they've been doing Harley in the comics for a while. Is that like she's just becoming?
I think she has a little more modesty in the comics.
Yeah,
in a sense,
but I remember in the Suicide Squad animated movie, she's basically a big horn dog, and basically her and Deadshot just get it on for no real reason.
At least she's wearing like the hood.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can understand why they changed, at least Harley's outfit for real life, because it's like, if you put her in this jester costume and then send her out into a real world scenario, this is gonna look fucking ridiculous.
Man, I want to see fucking Juggalo Harley. Like, I want to see the fucking straight up clown makeup and clown latex costume, but I might just like that even more than...
It's more for, like, I feel like Marvel would get, like, Marvel proper, not like Fox, X-Men Marvel, but I feel like Marvel would do something that ridiculous.
Yeah. But
DC seems hell-bent on, like, planting these in a real world, so, and no sane, well, Harley's not sane, but I just don't think they could rationalize putting this weird chick in a clown costume and send her out to kill people.
And it comes off as weird too, because isn't she like, she's a therapist, and then now she's like in a fucking Magneto-like holding cell?
Yeah, I don't know how...
She seemed like she was really airheaded in the... Like, seriously, she seemed like she was an airheaded bimbo in the fucking movie trailer.
That's how... Pretty much ever since Batman animated series went off the air, Harley's personality has been kind of degrading a bit.
Yeah.
Like, she used to be smart as hell, but she's just, she's goofy, but now she's just an idiot.
Now, the Joker design, I fucking hate that too. It's so stupid. He's wearing grills, and he's got all these really dumb tattoos on him. He literally has damaged or broken on his forehead, and it just seems so dumb.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say I'm the biggest fan of it. It just seems like it's being different for the sake of being different.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't even know why Joker's in this movie at all, because
he's a popular character. Like, I just went to Comic-Con and I've seen like 400 Jokers, and that's one of the things that pisses me off, because everybody thinks the Heath Ledger one was like the Joker. That's the only fucking design that ever existed, and I just hate that design.
Mark Hamill is the Joker.
He looks like he ate a spaghetti dinner, and like his fucking face, and I just hate that design. That shitty green hair that looks all greasy.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But
it's so dumb to me, but this one's different. It's just not the different that I like at all.
Yeah, and there's a shot of we already knew that he was going to, but there's a shot in the trailer showing frickin' Batman's in this movie for some reason. And this is what I don't understand. We'll get into it with the next trailer, too. I don't know why DC is trying to cram so many characters into these movies.
I just want to say it's marketable.
I
just
guess.
Like, maybe everybody's going to get their own spin-off.
Probably.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, Harley's going to get a spin-off movie, and Joker's going to get a spin-off movie.
Probably.
Will Smith will probably get a fucking spin-off movie with his son.
Deadshot. Oh, God. I don't know. I'm actually kind of excited to see how Will Smith does Deadshot. I was going to say Deadpool. I was like, no, those are different people. Deadshot. But that'll be interesting. And I'm kind of glad, or I wouldn't say I'm glad, I'm more intrigued by the character choices that they're bringing in Suicide Squad, where they're showing, Killer Croc as a real person, so that's interesting to see. And they're trying to make... I love when they try to make Captain Boomerang a serious character.
Yeah.
Because,
who's the dude with the skull face?
I don't know. I looked this up a while ago, but I think that might be Diablo. I don't know. There's a couple of characters on there. I have no idea who they are.
Well, go on about Captain Boomerang.
Oh, I don't know. Like, I think it's funny because Captain Boomerang was, he's a Flash villain, and a lot of them are just kind of goofy and not really meant to be taken serious, but I like when nowadays when they write Captain Boomerang, because, like, you'd expect him to be such a weird, basically a joke character, but he's actually kind of a badass.
I just saw, like, a comic panel of him where he's fighting the Flash, and he's throwing boomerangs at him, and he's running away from him.
Mm-hmm.
And then he contorts his body into a fucking human boomerang and launches himself at the Flash. And that's like, it's so weird and campy, and then you see them try to take themselves seriously, and it's just so weird.
Oh god, you need to find that panel and send it to me, because I want to see that so hard. Anyway, the last thing news-wise here, the big one. They finally showed off a new trailer for Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
Court case of the century.
I've only seen, I guess I've only seen the teaser. I haven't seen the trailer, because I guess Wonder Woman was the big thing about it.
I guess she shows up in one scene.
Because I guess she hasn't been, really seen or...
Well,
whatever.
I was seeing pictures from Comic-Con, and they were showing off her outfit or whatever, but when this trailer came out, she, shows up for a second. And this is where I wanted to... This is what I meant about cramming too many people into the movie, because,
Yeah, they're doing a whole Justice League thing.
Well, I know, but it's this is supposed to be Batman, Superman. This is basically the Dark Knight Returns, no matter how much they want to say it's not. But it's not only are you trying to reintroduce or introduce us to a new Batman, they're introducing Wonder Woman as a character. I'm pretty sure I heard that Cyborg is going to be in there. They're introducing Aquaman. And I'm like, why? Why, if you're going to rip them off, do it wholesale. Give these characters their own individual movies, and then bring them together for your Justice League movie.
Yeah.
But it's going to be so overbloated now with all these characters, and you're not going to spend enough time with each of them, that I'm just not going to care about anybody, because I'm not going to know anybody.
I just think that they are... they're trying to compete with the Avengers, so they want to do a Justice movie, a Justice League movie, so bad.
Yeah.
But it does feel like they're just cramming every fucking character.
They're trying to catch up.
Yeah.
Because they saw that the Marvel formula was working, and they're like, we gotta get on this, but we're so far behind in the game. Screw it, just put everyone in the movie. We'll make the Justice League, whatever. It's cool. I don't know.
They had the costumes on display, and I took pictures of them. They look kind of cool, because they have, almost statues, life-size statues built of them, of, the actual actors and actress, and no, it looks cool as fuck. The eyes were glowing on Batman's power suit.
Nice.
I'm not into the superhero movies, and I'm not into DC, really, but I thought the costumes looked okay.
Yeah, I actually do like how they did Wonder Woman, because it almost looks like a gladiator's outfit, and she's got and I like when they make Wonder Woman an actual warrior, so they give her a sword and a shield that she goes around cutting people's heads off with.
Yeah.
So that's hardcore. I want to see that. And I like, if anything good is coming out of this, is that they are making a Wonder Woman movie finally, and I pray to God they do it justice.
I don't know. I feel like it pretty much is in the balance of this movie. Has it been announced that they're doing a Wonder Woman movie?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I still don't feel like she's all that interesting to hold the movie. Not because she's a woman or whatever. I just don't find her character all that interesting.
I don't know. I like her whole backstory where it's rooted in Greek mythology and all that kind of stuff. But
I really do find it funny that people think she's like this giant feminist icon, but she has like the most horrible like origins. She's always being tied up. She's not like I don't know.
Yeah, she was basically made as a bondage sex object when she was originally created, but they've since then gone back and re-edited her origins, like they have with everybody.
Pretty much.
But yeah, I don't know. For Batman and Superman, like, I'll be honest, I did not really care for Man of Steel. I don't know. It's
not a lot of people did.
Yeah.
They keep calling him Man of Murder because
it's not.
He killed more people than he saved. Apparently.
I don't know. I'm not really sure what exactly bothers me with it. I mean, it's part the fact that it just goes balls out Michael Bay destruction at the end of the movie, and all the forced like religious symbolism and all that, and a lot of plot holes, to be honest. But so I'm trying not to get excited. Like if I go in, because obviously it's Batman Superman, I'm gonna go see it. But if I go in and it's good, great. I'll be pleasantly surprised. But if I go in and it's fucking terrible, I will also not be surprised. Like, well, of course, got too many people in this movie, and I don't know. As long as Batman and Superman start punching each other in the face, I'll probably enjoy it in some regard.
So, should I talk about my experience real quick?
Yeah, since you actually were at Comic-Con, at least for a day, why don't you enlighten us as to your lovely experience?
Okay, so I went to Comic-Con last year, and they had this whole thing where you keep your badge, you can pre-register, you can get your ticket before everybody, this kind of stuff. Well, last year, right after the con, they're like, oh yeah, we're selling tickets now. Oh. You know, we're giving you a week's notice. And it's like, holy shit, it's November, like, of next year, and then it's gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was November last year that I bought my tickets for an event that happens in July. And I can actually say I have been going to Comic-Con long enough where that wasn't the case. That was never the case. There was a time where it was like a week away and I could still buy a 4-day pass.
Yeah.
So it's really gotten a bit annoying in a sense. I guess around that time cosplay hadn't really taken off and hasn't gotten crazy, but the thing that bothers me the most is that the big contributors to Comic-Con right now, it's like ABC, NBC, you know, all the main TV companies, AMC, and they're showing shit that has nothing to do with comics or like superhero or like sci-fi or like anything.
Yeah.
They're like, here's our new drama, and it's like, who the fuck cares? But people were lined out the door to see this shit, and it has gotten a little annoying that it's, I don't want to call it corporate because that's all that's there, but it's just stupid shit like that. Here we have 50 Shades of Grey panel. Why don't you come check that out? Or
it's just become a big media event. I don't know, back in the day, I guess it's more of like, hey, we're nerds, this is nerd stuff that's happening, let's have a big convention about it. But now it's like, it's just become so overblown, and everyone wants to go now, and everyone wants to get a piece, because, like, if you're not at Comic-Con, then...
And it's all for the wrong reasons, too. Like, my mom really wants to go. She's only been one time. And it's like the only reason she wants to go is to see celebrities. And it's like, you can see them, you might not.
And it's like, if you see them, it's not like you're going to sit down and have coffee with them or anything.
Yeah, exactly. Because here's the interesting thing. I was walking on my way to, like, one of my friend's booths, and this guy fucking shoves me, like, hard as fuck. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? I look, and it's Del Toro's bodyguard, and he's walking in my path with a shitload of people following him, and he's like doing an interview, but I got pushed out of the way by this bodyguard, and
Oh.
I mean, it's like you do see celebrities, but you can't get close to them. You're gonna get fucked up by their, security people.
And, man, I know, I'm sure it's fun to go, but that is one of the main things I would never want to go to Comic-Con is, like, first off, I don't like crowds. I hate being compacted into small spaces with people. Not because I'm claustrophobic, it's just they move slow.
Well, here's the thing too. So you have these big crowds, and it's hard to get around them and stuff. You're trying to get from point A to point B. That's why I feel bad for cosplayers, because they're probably trying to do something, and they're in this giant fursuit or something, and people are like, "Hey, can I take a picture of you?" And then they take a picture. "Hey, can I take a picture of you?" And they're just like maybe trying to get to the bathroom to take a break because they're hot or something like that. And I can see it gets annoying, but this is the thing, like, you'll be walking, and then traffic stops. And you're like, what the fuck's going on? Oh, someone wanted a picture of a cosplayer, so they're holding up the entire area. And it gets annoying in a sense, and then, I had a few times where I wasn't paying attention, and I walked in front of someone's picture that they were trying to get, and they got pissed off at me, and they're like bitching at me as I'm walking. It's like, seriously, I'm just trying to get somewhere.
Like,
I could give less of a fuck about your photo.
I mean,
it's retarded.
You see all these people there. Why are you holding up the line?
Yeah, you really need to take a selfie with them. You can't just take a picture of their costume. You can't say like a quick picture, but you have to stage like this giant fucking pose. It's dumb in that sense, but like the other thing that bothers me is I do have a lot of friends that go there that have their own booths, and I feel like they're really overshadowed by these companies, and it's fucked up, but they're really trying to make a living on their own art, but there's no way you can compete with, like, say, The Walking Dead.
Right.
You're not going to draw that crowd unless you're, like, big name. But a lot of people don't even walk into, say, Artist Alley or something like that. So it's kind of sad, but you have these people who actually contribute to the comic world that don't get seen ever.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. It's one of the things that bother me is because you have all these big name people, it's kind of like I was saying earlier, it's like you're not gonna be able to, like, talk to these, celebrities or all these important people are there, but I feel like if I went to Comic-Con, I would only want to go to that Artist Alley, go talk to, like, the more independent comic people, like I was talking about, that Dave Willis guy, because they're not going to be bogged down by 1,000 people. You could actually, like, sit there and have a conversation with them for a few minutes. And
his booth actually had like 10 people around him.
Well,
it's like small, but
yeah, but it's not like, oh, I have a line half a mile long to get an autograph from this one person. I mean, if you, like, just stand there for 5 minutes, I'm sure he'd talk to you or whatever. Or anybody, really.
And I mean, like, that's one of my main reasons I like to go. I like to meet artists. I have a huge money collection, and people draw on them all the time. And it's one of the cool things to go there and get a piece of someone's artwork and see what's new and that kind of stuff. And I read that a lot of people like to go too. And I guess I could have done this, but I'm not really, because I mean everything's on my phone. But I read that you can kind of go to a small publisher and just pitch your idea, and they'll be like, "Cool, let's go with it." And then, like, business cards exchange and that kind of shit. Like,
Right.
it actually does happen. I have all my characters on my phone. I could show them, like, super easily, but I don't know. It was tiring. I walked so much that day, and Sunday everybody just wants to go home.
Yeah, you were telling me they were basically breaking down stuff already by the time you got there.
The buzz over there is really depressing. it's just like people have had a long week and they don't want to put up with shit. So people are kind of in a bad mood in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. It's just how it really goes. The other thing that kind of bothers me too is, and I mean I can see it, but it's still fucked up to do, is a lot of companies gouge super bad for Comic-Con.
My bad.
And like the Invader Zim comic came out, and my friend wanted me to pick it up for him. And I'm like, cool, man, I'll get it for you. That's fine. I bought it directly from the publisher. It was Oni Press.
Right.
It was $10 for a fucking comic.
For one issue?
Yes, because
Jeez.
it had that little eyeball stamped on it.
Jeez.
And I bought 3 comics, just like, okay, 2 for you guys, 1 for me, and they're like $30. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, they're charging more than cover price, and it's not like going through a retailer or anything. I just found that really messed up.
It is kind of ridiculous that your base. It's like, you know, like you go to the grocery store, you're basically paying more for name brand, but you know you're paying more because it's the Comic-Con edition.
Yeah, exactly. So, and there was a toy I was interested in too, and it was like maybe a $100 toy or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get it. And then I made it to the booth, and the guy, because it's the artist himself, he raised it up to 120, and I was like, nah, I'm cool.
Gotta make a profit
like,
somehow.
I understand you can gouge customers and stuff. That's cool. People are there to spend money, but I'm at the point anymore where I don't even fucking want to bother with that shit.
Oh, I feel you. I've never been to Comic-Con, but it doesn't sound fun.
The messed up thing about it, though, is like if you don't get it there, you're gonna find it on eBay for like 500% the price.
Well, I mean, that's basically what you did.
Well, yeah, I kinda. So I went. I got an email, and they're like, "Hey, we're doing Conan tickets for free to people who got Comic-Con tickets." So I tried every day. I got Wednesday, and I went over there. The show was pretty cool.
Who were the guests for that day?
It was Chris Hardwick, which is like the male version of Olivia Munn.
Oh, okay.
If you don't know,
I like Chris Hardwick.
He did a show with her, I'm pretty sure.
Probably.
No. And then it was Elijah Wood, and he was plugging his movie Cooties.
Oh, okay.
Well, at the end of the show, he's like, "Oh, hey guys, I'm sure you guys seen it around everywhere, because it's literally posted on buses, on hotels, everything.
Yeah.
Those little pop vinyls for Conan." And he's like, "Everybody in the audience is getting one for free."
Well, that's cool.
So I went with my parents because I'm a loser and I don't have friends. And
except for me, who lives on the other side of the country.
Yeah. So we all got one each. So there was 3 of these pop vinyls. And when we were leaving, this lady's like, "Oh my God, I'm Conan's biggest fan. My son would love this. We'll buy it off of you." And my dad's like, "Nah." So I looked it up for a laugh, how much it's going on eBay, and someone had put it up for $15, and it jumped to $70. So
Jeez.
I put it up. I put one up for sale just as a joke, and it was $150, and it instantly sold. And I'm like, seriously? So I put another one up for sale because my parents are like, "I don't want this. What am I going to do with the toy?" So I put the other one up for sale for $180, and it sold instantly. And if you look at it right now, there's some going for like $4.99, $9.99.
Jesus. Like, dude, I don't care how exclusive it is. I'm not going to pay that much for a toy.
Well, that's the shit. Like, you had to attend his show. It wasn't sold. It has a Comic-Con sticker on it, so
What
you
do
can
they
charge
want?
whatever the fuck you want.
It's like, I can't imagine anyone's a big enough fan to spend that much money on it. So what are they going to do? They're going to buy it and then try to turn around and try to sell it for more.
it's either going to be that or they wanted the whole set, because each show they gave a different one out. So I got like him as himself. There was one of him in a Batman suit. There was a zombie one and a Frankenstein one, because that has everything to do with comics.
Sure.
But there's people that want the whole set. There's crazy Funko collectors. I had so many people on Instagram asking to sell, and they're like, "I'll give you $25 for it." I'm like, I just sold it for $150. But yeah, that's like the only time I've been an asshole and resold something.
Well, I guess if you got extras, why not?
Yeah.
I mean, might as well do something with them.
So like, Comic-Con's fun. If I can get a ticket, because it's a bitch to get a ticket anymore. You have to wait in like an electronic waiting room, and then you see everything selling out on the screen, and you're like, fuck, am I going to get a ticket?
It's like Amiibos.
Yeah, so if I get a ticket for next year, that's cool. If I don't, I don't. It's gotten to the point where I don't care. I'm usually in the area for like the Aquabats concert, but if I don't get it, I'm not going to cry about it.
Well, at least there's that.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of all I got to say. It's a cool event. It's just, I wish people would give artists more love. Because, I mean, without these artists, you wouldn't have that shit. Without, the people doing The Walking Dead, you wouldn't have the TV show. Without, the people drawing these comic books, you wouldn't have these movies coming out. So I just wish people would respect it a little bit more than how it's been.
Yeah, I am definitely with you that I think the artists need a little, could use more attention. I mean, we're artists, so we could use a little more attention. Lord knows.
Yes.
But honestly, I don't know how feasible it would be, but like if we can ever get a hold of like some independent artists, I mean, I'd love to do just interview episodes, just like, hey, you're a cool artist and we want to spotlight you, even though no one listens to our show and you basically be talking to no one, but hey, maybe you get a little more exposure to them out there. So
I'm down for that.
That'd be cool. I don't know, we know a few artists, maybe they'd be interested in getting on there, and then maybe that'll spread our show around, and then we get more notoriety and ripple effects abound.
So, if you guys have actually listened to this whole 2-hour podcast,
God, I thought that we could pare this down to an hour. It's gonna be 2 hours. I don't even know if I want to edit this one because I don't want to sit through it again.
Yeah. But yeah, if you want in on it, you can hit us up in the comments, and we'll more than likely than not be down.
Yeah, if you got access to Skype, we would be more than happy to interview you and showcase you on our show.
Yeah.
We'll get some guests on here. But, yeah, so I think that's about it for this week's episode, unless, Kyle, you have anything else to say to the nice people?
Nah, I've said what I had to say.
This has probably been the most you've ever talked.
I know, right?
It's kind of nice. You should do it more often.
I should, but I don't want to.
I know. Alright, anyway, if you like this episode, again, we'd really appreciate it if you'd share it with your friends or your family or any sentient animals you may know. We're on Facebook and Twitter and Tumblr, and I'll put all the links to that in the description. And there's links to our personal pages if you want to follow us there as well. But I don't have anything else, Kyle. It's late, and I'd really like to go to bed now.
No, let's keep going. 3 hours.
Oh, God. I'm going to marathon this.
I know. No, I've got stuff to do myself.
Yeah, I got work in the morning, so I need to sleep. So
we love you all. Thank you for listening if you've actually made it through. We should make out fucking badges of honor to give out.
Iron Podcast Listener Award.
Yeah, I listened to the 2-hour podcast.
Geez, our Inside Out review was an hour and a half. I'm like, Jesus Christ, that's long. The episode's got nothing on this.
It was as long as the movie, if longer.
Okay. Alright, so that's it for the Ink and Paint Club. We'll see you next week.